chosen. The spirits of our ancestors guide me to a world of dreams that I may touch thoughts. Our village suffers without the holy Gek. Your hands hold our lives as a father holds his children.
Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Fallout 2. Well, as you just saw there, we were spoken to by, was he called Hakanen? I can't remember, it's a long time ago since part 1, alright, but he was the shaman-y type fella from our village. I think he was called Hakanen. Basically, I think he was trying to give us the hurry up. I think he was. You know, the village is dying and all that. But, yeah. Listen, we've been making as good a progress as we possibly can. Yes, we've had some extracurricular activities on the way, but we haven't exactly been dawdling. We've even got a vehicle, so we've been travelling quicker along the wasteland than we ordinarily would have done. You know, just because we've had a bit of a boxing, you know, career. Have lasted all of about 2 fights, and we're trying in earnest to get ourselves a career in the porn industry. Doesn't mean we're not got our mind on the job necessarily, does it? Anyway, we'll get to retrieving the Gek when we've finished here in New Reno, because there's still a few things to do here. Anyway, I hope you're well. I didn't get to stream yesterday because I went out, but and don't have enough time to stream before football. Football's earlier today than usual on a Thursday. We usually used to play at 8:30, 9, but now we're starting to play at 7:30 and 8 o'clock. And it's a bit earlier than normal. But anyway, yeah. So instead, I shall bring you a session of this. I have, for those of you interested, updated Baldur's Gate 3. So Shadowheart is now in the party. I have respected to the life domain. I have given her some new equipment. And she's ready to rock and roll. So when we next play Baldur's Gate 3, which will more than likely be Sunday stream there, we'll be cracking straight on with that. And for those of you in the Discord server, whilst I was finishing off with Shadowheart, I couldn't help but resist taking a nice little portrait of Volper sat chilling in his little corner of heaven with all of his, you know, dressing table and, you know, wardrobe and a little kind of mirror where he tries on his attire. He couldn't help but resist having a picture taken there. So yeah, it's my new desktop background actually. Really like it, and yeah. Anyway, so that's a bit about Baldur's Gate 3, just for those wondering. But anyway, we are here now in Fallout 2 in New Reno, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, I want to do one more run through the city one last time to make sure that I have not missed anything, because I feel like it's a big place and there's probably lots of stuff to do, and we haven't probably scratched the surface quite yet. Potentially, but there's definitely 3 things that we can do. There's the 3 family members that we haven't yet managed to speak to properly, so we can hopefully speak with them, see what's going down, see if there's any sort of gossip, as if they're going to gossip. You know, gossiping types, you know, mafia leaders. Probably not the gossiping kind of people, but you know, just see if there's anything that we can do to get some cash, assist, give us some insight into who these chop shop boys might be. If there's nothing that tickles Morgan's fancy, then so be it. We'll try to get our car back and leave. But we want to try to speak with some of the family leaders if we can, because it was quite lucrative speaking to the leader of the family that's out in the west side of town, that's tasked us with the mission of going somewhere, some kind of military base or something. Yes, Sierra Army Base. Which sounds like an interesting proposition. Probably not one for right this instant, but we'll certainly get to that at some point. So this was a child who Oh, Cody has seen my car. He looks at Jules. And he can take us to the car. We just tried to punch Jules in the face. Right, okay. We know about that, and Jules took us there last time, so maybe Jules was in on it, though. Jules is not as innocent as he might appear. Right, we've got people here who might... Apart from the cat's paw side of things, did we not... Oh, yeah. Did we do this when we first arrived? I can't remember. We must have done. We must have done. It's Morgan. But just in case we didn't and I've forgotten, we'll be partaking in some services when we leave. Just in case. Maybe it's selective memory loss. Have you partaken in any of the services in here? I can't remember. I'll have to do it again just to be sure that I didn't miss it the first time. Right, what's he going to say for himself? I'm not going to read out a lot of these texts because a lot of these texts we've probably seen, so I'm just kind of making sure we've not missed anything from the text trees. The text trees in this game are interesting because you sometimes can only get to certain bits of text when you... or conversation when you go through a certain chain, which is a little bit irksome because obviously modern games, when you exhaust certain conversation chains, they kind of they grey out or whatever. This is a bit more old school. So you've seen the car. Questions. What do you get out of playing tour guide? I'm sure we've asked this, just making sure. He gets paid to point. Right, okay. New Reno. Chems, heavy firepower, supplies, laid, vault that. Yeah, we've asked all these before. I'm 95% certain. 4 families. So the Mordinos, the Salvatoris, the Bishops. So it's the Bishop family that's out west. We know that. Or is it the Wright family, actually? Oh, I'm getting confused now. I'm confused with the Wrights and the Bishop. The Mordinos and the Salvatoris. Salvatoris got the bar. Mordinos got the casino. Bishops and Wrights. Okay. We didn't pay the money last time to ask to get the information. Whereas this time, do you know what? We're going to go speak to the families now in this session. So let's pay him 100 chips. We can always steal it back. And on the way out, just in case we anger the town. To get that information, and just in case it yields anything that we can use when we're talking to the families as a way in. Okay. Jules pockets the chips so quickly you swear they vanished. So, which of the 5 families interests you today? Tell me about the Mordino family. These are the jet guys, right? They're the druggy guys, I think. Holds up 2 fingers. Yeah, the Mordinos are 2-headed beast. And each head's named Jesus Mordino. Yes, go on. Well, you see, there's the father, Big Jesus, and the son, Little Jesus, and both of the meanest sons of bitches you ever met. Used to be slaves here, but they turned the tables years ago and carved out their own little empire. Yeah, how big is this empire? They own the Desperado just down the street. Can't miss it. They also got the biggest supply of jet in all of New Reno. So if you got the urge to fly... How come they have the biggest supply of jet? Yeah, they're on top of the pile. Ain't no more reason than that. They got the factory, the maker, and the distribution. They're like a whole goddamn airline. They got so much jet. What factory? Well, I got factories all over New Reno. Cranking out that shit day and night. That's why you can buy all the jet you need most anywhere. Bars, casinos, on the street, and of course... from me. Yeah, and what's this maker? Yeah, you see, the Mordinos got themselves a little gold mine by the name of Myron. Hit the jackpot with him, see? He made jet. Yeah, we know about Myron. But just in case there's anything else about Myron, let's just ask again. Where can I find him? The stables north of town, heavily guarded. Okay. And we can't meet Myron. Oh, he talks about Golgotha. Okay, other questions. Oh! Is it 100 chips every time we want to speak to him about a family? I'm not paying 100. Oh, that's ridiculous. Or maybe I don't know. Should we have not exited that particular text chain? Have you got a short memory, Jules? But he must be charging 100 chips per family. I'm not paying 400 chips. Oh, for heaven's sake. And the Mordinos are probably the family that we knew the most about. Oh, God's sake. Right, we'll find out our own information. I'm not paying 100 chips every time. This has got to... Has it got my 100 chips? No. Could I steal my 100 chips back and pay him with the same money? That would be interesting. Would be very interesting. In broad daylight, no less. That's 50 chips. Would be a discount, right? I can't do it. Well, I can do it, but if we fail, it's hostile and it's goodbye, New Reno. Right, fine. Nah. We shall speak to the families without Jules' further help after he's just literally robbed us of 100 coins, essentially. He's not. We paid him for information that we already knew. We didn't glean anything new from that, unfortunately, other than the names of the families that we forgot about. Right, okay. So we've got a string of prostitutes lined up at the sidewalk. Prostitutes, junkies, chem dealers, a pimp. Yeah, so we've spoken to Little Jesus a couple of times, but we'll speak to him again and then back to Big Jesus, and we'll take it from there. One of Mordino's men. I've got some questions. Picks fingernails with knife. How very lovely. So just asking him a bit about the Mordinos again. Okay, we've asked all of them, so we'll just ask him outright if there's any work going, I suppose. Okay, so we don't look too strong, so I don't know. Interesting. Again, maybe this is another similar situation to Reading, where this is an experience issue or a level issue, because he's saying we don't look too strong. Maybe we should try somewhere else. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe we're not high enough a level to receive this job. So let me just see that yeah, not interested. Dinkety ding, right? Dinkety ding, bingety bing. This guy wasn't too pleasant last time. You know, Big Jesus. Looking for work. Don't know why we're begging this man, but let's see what he says. Because don't forget, Morgan doesn't like to be told he can't do something. It'll be your loss, mate. I'm a very hard worker. I have spoken. I have no work for you. Leave and do not return. Okay, we're definitely going to ask him twice. I think if we had pushed that, we might have convinced him. I don't know, but we're not that desperate. And to be fair, if we were going to help one family, the Mordinos aren't necessarily top of the list at the moment, really, if I'm being honest. Although they have the jet market locked up and it's probably very lucrative. So if we were looking for a family that seems to be on the rise, or that's well established or whatever, then you'd be looking pretty good if you were in with the Mordinos. But anyway, the Mordinos are the only family, it seems, here. The Mordinos. There's the Cat's Paw, the Mordino family. That's fine. Let's pop up here, shall we? So we've got the Jungle Gym. I'm still not convinced about this Golden Globes. I'm going to actually have to Google this, because as much as I don't want to really get too many spoilers and stuff, we can't possibly not ascertain for certain whether or not we can be a porn star. Because if we can, even if I have to get a little bit of knowledge as to how to do it, for the sake of Morgan's sanity, I'm going to have to figure out what the hell to do. So right, Salvatore next. So this is the Salvatore's. This must be the Wrights then, right? Salvatore, Wrights, and then the Bishops. Out at the west. Have I got that right? Probably not. So this is old man Louis Salvatore. Can we speak to Salvatore? I want to see Master Salvatore. No, I want a job. I want to see Mr. Salvatore. Look, maybe you ain't heard, Tribal, but this is Salvatore's place. My job is to make sure the boss ain't bothered by yapping Okay, do we push this? I warned you, asshole! Now you... Mason suddenly pauses, listening to something you can't hear. After a moment, his teeth clench. Mr. Salvatore says you may come in, Morgan. Ooh, Mr. Salvatore's heard of us potentially, has he? All right then, thank you. Look, some ground rules, boy. Don't waste Mr. Salvatore's time, and don't give him any bullshit, or you'll answer to me. Yeah, whatever, get out of my way. I ain't done yet. You show him respect. You call him Mr. Salvatore at all times. And when he talks, you shut up and listen, understand? Fine, whatever. Mr. Salvatore, you shall remember that. You can go in this time. He cast a glance back and gave him a little smirk. Yeah, I usually get my way. The elderly man looks up at you. His face is gaunt and covered with liver spots. He is holding a breathing mask which is connected to an oxygen tank by his side. What do you want of me? I have information for you, Mr. Salvatore. Do you? Maybe we have. He takes a deep breath from his mask and shakes his head. You have nothing that I need to know, Morgan. Now, what do you want of me? I don't recall introducing myself. How do you know my name? He looks at us silently for a minute. He might be either amused at your question or irritated. It's hard to tell. Again, Morgan. What do you want of me? Mr. Salvatore, I'll cut to the chase. You have a reputation for strength and fairness, and I want to work for you. Of course, but I require a token of your good faith, a sample of your willingness to work for me. What would you have me do, Mr. Salvatore? There is a man who has used his skill with cards to rob me. The sum is trivial, The insult is not. I want him killed and the money he stole returned. Who's the thief? Mason will have the details. Go now. Thank you, Mr. Salvatore. I will go and ask Mason. Ooh. This is just the introduction to the work. This is the starter. This is the hors d'oeuvre. Killing a man. Oh goodness me. I mean, of course we're not that fussed to kill somebody if it means profit, and he's a thief, so probably deserves it. Says a fellow thief, by the way. About time you showed, boy. This bum that stole from Mr. Salvatore, his name's Lloyd. Mr. Salvatore wants him dead, and that money he stole back. When you done this job, report back to me. Understood? Think you can handle that? Okay, there's many questions we can ask. Some of which perhaps we don't really care about too much. I already took care of the Lloyd situation. Did we? Did we? Who was Lloyd? Have we killed Lloyd? Did we kill Lloyd? Who is Lloyd? Well, why the hell did you say so in the first place? Go tell Mr. Salvatore what you found. Oh, or maybe we didn't. I don't... Did we? I'm not sure, actually. Oh. I think... I thought, because it was an option, we might have done something, but I don't think we have. I think we're bullcrapping here. We could say that we made an example of him and give him the money back, and I assume we would pay it out of our own pocket here. Oh, this is confusing now. This has confused me a little bit. I thought maybe... I don't recall coming across anybody called Lloyd. So yes, we made an example of him, which is a lie, and he seems to be well clued up. Or no, he left town with the money, or not yet. At which point we've already told Mason that we dealt with it, so... yeah... I'm trying to wrap my brains as to who Lloyd might be that we have possibly dealt with, but what's happening here? I might have to reload this because I'm thinking that there was a bit of an issue there. Oh, the guard's not attacking me. Right, there's been an issue with that. I'm not quite so happy with how that's panned out, so perhaps we'll ask the questions about Lloyd. But it was because the game seemed to suggest that we might have done something.
Chosen.
Oh, shut up. Right, okay, so it's almost as if this session never happened. And plus, we haven't lost £100 to Jules now, so, or £100 coins. Salvatore's. There's no point of talking in the other casino because they're continuing to be assholes. So we'll try this again. I want to see Mr. Salvatore. I want to see Mr. Salvatore. I said I want to see Mr. Salvatore. Alright then. Yeah, get out of my way. Understood. Right. Speak to Mr. Salvatore again. After we've quick saved it this time, just in case anything else goes horribly wrong with... anything we're trying to achieve here? Right, I have information. We don't have information. How do you know my name? He's left us. I want to work for you. What would you have me do? Who is this thief? And I will go speak to Mason. Right. Where can I find Lloyd? He's been lying low, so tracking him down is going to be your job. Best bet? Check some of the bars along Virgin Street. Lloyd might be running another hustle there. Virgin Street, that's the first street. Lloyd. Other questions. What does Lloyd look like? Average height, white, brown hair, tan shirt, dark brown scarf. You all look the same, you people of the wasteland. Right, and other questions. How much did he steal? 1,000 chips. Wow. And he wants all the chips back. Why aren't you tracking down Lloyd if it's such a grave insult? Okay, he's been keeping out of sight. And because we are unknown, he might not be so inclined to run from us if we approached, for example. Alright, then I'll go check. Of course, if you were implying I ain't doing my job, then you and I can have a discussion up close and personal right now. Mr. Salvatore ain't going to ask what happened to your sorry ass. I was just curious. Calm yourself down. Alright then. Yeah, alright indeed. Okay, so we have a job to do. Is it on our pit boy? Track down Pretty Boy Lloyd. And make an example of him, which means killing him. Is that going to cause a scene in the middle of the street? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Let's see. So we can do this one now. Look for Lloyd now. We can go and speak with the other leader fella first and see what job he's got. Just, I don't know, just in case they cross over or something. Where's the upstairs bit here? So this is the alcohol running family. I think, were these the rights of the bishops? I think these were the bishops, if I was to have a guess. Mrs. Bishop, there you go. Yeah, that's it, perfect. Now, going up the stairs here, we didn't do that last time because we didn't want to. But now, we want to see Mr. Bishop. He's expecting me. Tell him I'm here. What's your name? Morgan. The guy steps away for a moment, opens a panel on one of the walls and whispers something. He waits for a minute, he listens and turns back to you. He doesn't know you. Piss off, pal. You're wasting our time. Forget it then. Okay, we tried it. Clearly not as well connected as Mr. Salvatore, because Mr. Salvatore knew our first name, for heaven's sake. Right, okay, so this fella not interested. Mr. Bishop. So we've got a job from Mr. Wright, a job from Mr. Salvatore. Bishop and the other fella, Mordino, aren't interested. There's probably ways in if we were all massively inclined to want to speak to them. We're not really. So we'll look for this Pretty Boy Lloyd fella and see what doors that opens for us. In the meantime, I'm still running around. Oh, it's because I've reloaded it. It's because I reloaded it. There you go, and there you go. And we gave those to Solek at the start of the session. There you go. Perfect, right, okie dokie. Now, where was I? We were looking for somebody by the name of Lloyd. He said, look at the bars on Virgin Street. This is Virgin Street, right? Virgin Street, Cat's Paw. This is the only bar. There was a man who was pulling... Have you got a scarf on? You got a scarf on? I'm looking for a Lloyd here. I'm looking for a Lloyd. Anybody know a Lloyd? Hiding? Lloyd? Any Lloyds here? Look at the... wasted looking junkie. No bets today. Tan coloured clothing with a scarf. It's hiding in the bathroom maybe. Wonder if we can tell a compelling lie and say that he's scarpered out of town and run with the proceeds of... run with the profits. Look at that. Baby, baby, baby. This is the only bar, right? Where would Pretty Boy Lloyd be? Now that we know what he's called, maybe we can try to ask about him somewhere. Who's the guy at the bar with the knife? We know who that is. Let's talk to little Jesus here. Looking for a job. Catch you later. Nope. Who's this guy? Pretty boy Lloyd, wherefore art thou? Yeah, I'd have recalled if we'd have stumbled into a pretty boy Lloyd before now, surely. Well, this is definitely Virgin Street, right? So... Nobody wearing tan-coloured clothing. I imagine he would be highlighted. I mean, maybe Jules knows where such a fella might be. I'm gonna actually we could pay him 100 chips to ask him about the Salvatore family. Quite a bunch, led by Louis Salvatore, original gangster getting on in years. Their territory's on the west side, their crib's this bar called Salvatore's. Don't make trouble. Why not? You see a Salvatore, keep your head down and mouth shut or they'll cut you in two. They've got the best firepower this side of CA. So nobody with any kind of sense fucks with them, understand? What kind of firepower do they have? Pistols, like they shoot light. Now Reno's a city of lights, but the light those pistols shine can cut a man in two. Makes a clean burn between the two halves. Oh, you mean laser pistols? Well, I don't really know. I ain't sure what you're talking about, but take my word for it. Don't go asking the Salvatores about those pistols. They have this twitchy habit of killing people who are curious. Yes, you stupid man. By laser pistols, Jules. I mean pistols that emit beams of coherent light. A beam of sufficient wattage, say several megawatts, could do considerable damage if focused on a target for a few seconds, producing the effect you've described. Now, I don't know about that, and you know, you're like one of them white coats over at the stables. You sure you ain't one of them? Stables? Heavily guided by Bordino's men. Yeah, we've got about as much information out of that as we possibly can. It's almost like, you know, ask the right question, because if you don't, you have to pay another 100 to get any further information out of it. Oh, so they've got laser pistols. As you pass closer to where the car was parked, you notice faint skid marks leading off to the north. Okay, that's good. So even if we didn't get the information from Jules, we could have followed perhaps the marks, the tyre tracks. Right, well, that's not got us any closer to finding somebody by the name of Pretty Boy Lloyd, unfortunately. You're looking to get wet? No, I'm looking for somebody called Lloyd. Which I'm hoping that I was thinking maybe Jules might have known, but this doesn't look like a bar, and there's no other bars here other than the casino. Don't think he was in there. Wasted looking junkie. Lots of junkies. I don't think there was anything in this building, was there, particular? Oh, hang fire. We were talking about casino chips there, so I was, thought I was in with a little bit of a chance. No, nothing but junkies, I'm afraid. Just not what we're after right now. We're after a specific man. Maybe he's not in Virgin Street, or maybe Cody will know. Cody here. Anybody called Lloyd? Thirsty? I've not got anything to drink. See my car? Something to eat, maybe? Goodbye. This kid probably knows more than we're giving him credit for, to be honest with you. Anybody in here? No? Resembling a man wearing a tan top and a scarf? Must have been a highly entertaining session. I've not achieved anything today at the moment. We've managed to talk to one of the family member head honchos. Do you want anything? Thanks. Wasted lucky junkie. Okay, so I mean, he did mention Virgin Street, but that could have been his last known location, and he's simply not there anymore. I mean, when he says to try the bars on Virgin Street, I mean, there aren't any bars other than the Desperado. Unless he's upstairs. I wonder if he's took those chips for a particular... Or maybe he's down here. I mean, let's just check the downstairs bit. Aha! Now then. In fact, I don't think we've actually been down here. Hang fire, people. Hang fire, hang fire, hang fire. Pick up the baton. That's probably junk. More junk. Looks like a sledgehammer. Pretty boy Lloyd, you're in for a rough ride, Sonny Jim. Cause I'm going to be killing you without asking any questions at all. I mean, he could be completely innocent, but hey, don't take it personally, pal. Don't take it personally, whatever you do. This is just strictly business. Ooh, what's that? Did we unpick the door? Sulik! You buffoon! Thank you. Oops. What happened there? My game minimized randomly. Poison tank. Ooh. I'm getting a little bit of a... Mr. Salvatore requires oxygen to survive, and here's an oxygen tank with poison on it. If we were to switch it with his proper oxygen tank, we could kill him if there was a reason to. By the sounds of it. By the looks of it. Interesting. How do we get to this door? Around the back. Yeah, the machinations of New Reno are probably quite complex in terms of, by the looks of it, and definitely judging by the Reading situation, I reckon you could probably bump off some of these family members to leave maybe one standing, which would influence which family member gets control of Reading, which would probably influence a bigger picture kind of scenario. Probably all very complicated. Well, who are you? What are you doing down here? Ah, and you must be Pretty Boy Lloyd. Maybe. Who are you? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Yes. Ooh. Lloyd, Mr. Salvatore sent me here to get his money back and have me make an example of you, rather unfortunately. Doesn't need to be this way, however, if the two of us can come to an arrangement. An arrangement, you say? All right, what is it you want? Okay, we can get him out of town for half the money he won from Mr. Salvatore. We can get him out of town for all the money so we could get him out of town. How would we get him out of town? Oh, Morgan, what on earth are you trying to do here? If I had a big long beard, it would be a big long beard strokey moment. Stroke my long beard and think, what would we possibly, other than getting 1,000 coins out of him, how would we get him out of town unseen and without triggering Mr. Salvatore's senses? He's probably got spies all over the damn place. Is it worth the risk when this guy is down here on his lonesome? We could kill him right here in a blink of an eye. However, I strongly suspect he's probably not got the money still on him. Maybe he has. I don't know. I feel like we need an explanation of what's happened here. There's probably more to this than meets the eye. Oh, now, but this is very risky. Why would we go for half the money? No, I want all the money, and then I'll get you out of town, and you will survive, and I will tell Mr. Salvatore you've won with his money. Do you get my drift? Although, if we go to Mr. Salvatore and say Lloyd has left town and we have not got his money, we have essentially failed the mission, and we will probably not get anything further out of Mr. Salvatore. Do we want anything further out of Mr. Salvatore is a question. Because if we give him the chips back, we're probably not going to see that 1,000 coin. We may get, I don't know, maybe 200 coin out of it, maybe a small cut, but then we get further work, further insight into the family. Are we that bothered about putting a bullet in somebody's head right down here and all in his lonesome? But why is he down here? There's another question. This is the Mordino's casino. Get out of here before I change my mind. Oh, so now we've already committed to this, unfortunately. There's no way out of this chain. All the money. Oh, he's got no choice, apparently. I'm going to have to take you to where the money is, though, because you won't find it otherwise. Okay. Where the hell are we? Here we are. Phew! The money's in this grave here. You can dig it up. What do I look like? Before you is a dreary plain spotted with graves. Blooded poles jut from the earth with remains of dead bodies tied to them. After a long hike, you reach the Golgotha foot. Oh, this is Golgotha. Ooh, dig it up then. Listen, Lloyd. There's two types of people in this world. There's people who dig, and there's people like me with loaded guns. Get my drift? Lloyd mumbles under his breath and proceeds to dig carefully. Less than a minute later, he pulls out a landmine from beneath the dirt and sets it aside. He shrugs sheepishly. Ah, now, keep digging. Let's see what else is under there. Half an hour later, Lloyd has dug away enough dirt to reveal a small manhole cover set into the ground. You're certain you wouldn't have found it if Lloyd hadn't told you about it. Lloyd takes a deep breath and wipes his forehead. Old fallout shelter. Open the manhole, Lloyd. The manhole cover opens with a rusty shriek, revealing a dark hole leading downwards. Ooh, now how much do we make him do here? Do we go in ourselves now? Because what if he goes in and does a run, or is it... Oh. Get in there, Lloyd. Lloyd frowns, thinks about making a comment, then shrugs and climbs down into the manhole cover. Oof, it's going to blow the money up. And we will go down after and make sure that he's not doing anything silly. Pretty boy Lloyd. Stay there, Lloydie boy. 1,000 chips? He wasn't lying after all. Interesting. This feels really harsh, but we could kill him now. We can't speak to him, so I'm assuming this is the end of the line. Oh, this is like the ultimate evil, isn't it? If we turn around and put a bullet in his head. But I'm kind of worried that... You know, who in town saw us walk out with him? It's a big risk. It's a big risk by trying to deceive. I think the thing that's going to make us not double cross Salvatore is the fact he knew who we were and we've not told him our name. So clearly the man's connected. So it'd be too risky, I think, to cross him, just in case somebody saw us walking out with Lloyd. So we're going to have to... We could just leave Lloyd here and say we killed him. But we can't talk to Lloyd to say never come back. So, unfortunately, Lloyd, this is very harsh, but we can't afford any slip-ups here. Oh dear. Ooh! Lloyd! What the hell? Critically hit for 30 points, blowing through the armour. Yeah, blow through your armour, pal. 11 hit points. Right, get the flipping hell out of here. Guys, kill him. How dare he? I'll have that gun, thank you very much. Don't mind. And the rope. And the extra 57 coins you've hidden from me. I mean, that was self-defense. You saw it, everybody. I was, I wonder if it's because we can't see. I wonder if we'd actually exited, because we can't even speak to our companions down here. I wonder if we... Oh no, we're in combat, sorry. I'm getting confused. Completely confused. Right, let's... give Solik a few little bits. We've just managed to pick up recently. So there's a sawed-off shotgun and a regular shotgun. Which shotguns are better? Not that I'm using any of the shotguns right now. I've got a couple of bottles of booze. I don't really need those either. I got all this crap from explosives. Could be useful. Was that the landmine he gave us? I'm not sure. Yeah. Solik. Oh, that's too. Oh, he can't carry much more. Oh, Solik. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Solik. You're getting a bit overloaded, are you? Looks like we're going to have to use this guy for overspill. Right, folks, I have to end the recording here right now, but in the next session, I'll give him the shotgun too. No, that's our shotgun? No. And that, and take a rope as well. There you go. Thanks very much. Yeah, in the next session, folks, we return back to New Reno with the coins, with Lloyd dead. We'll speak to Mr. Salvatore and see what he has next in line for us. So join me for that. Until then, though, have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you soon.